Welcome to episode 4 of the BEPS Project on the Amateur. These are the 15 so-called early piano sonatas written by Beethoven between 1795 and 1801. Presented movement by yours truly, for as long as it takes, basically. And so if you're into this sort of thing as much as I am, that is, projects that take a long time, as in years to finish, subscribe to my channel on YouTube or like The Amateur Piano on Facebook and Instagram. This week, we tiptoe through the fourth movement of the second sonata. That's 2 sonatas down, 13 to go.
We come tiptoe through the tulips with me.
I don't remember exactly when it was, but I clearly remember where I was when I fell head over heels in love with this piece. Someone told me, it must have been like 2014-ish, that Richard Good's recordings of the Beethoven sonatas were the gold standard and must-haves for Beethoven fans. But it was during that no man's land period where streaming services were maturing, but had utterly ignored the classical market, of course. And record labels had all but stopped printing CDs. But after some struggle, I found a used box set on Amazon for kind of a stupid amount of money, if memory serves. And as soon as I'd ripped them, I started listening to them on my commute. This movement queued up one late night on my way home from work, the Brooklyn-bound 49th Street station. Way after rush hour, the time when it becomes an unmissable fact that you are vastly outnumbered by rats in the New York City subway. Anyway, I let probably 3 or 4 trains pass while listening to this movement for the first time because I found myself completely caught up in it and couldn't be bothered to get on a train. I think we're conditioned to expect certain kinds of surprises from Beethoven, which makes those surprises, well, unsurprising. But this piece, for me, had all kinds of unexpected surprises. It has a very classical sensibility that verges on sarcasm. Actually, I'm no longer uncertain about that. I'm convinced it's sarcasm, and maybe a little bit of one-upmanship. This sort of over-the-top tiptoe through the tulips grazioso. Tiptoe tulips, I tiptoe through the tulips. Sorry. The first 3 sonatas, all of Opus 2, are dedicated to Haydn. But I don't think that was Beethoven being nice or deferential. You see, Haydn was the most well-known and well-off composer at the time. Well-off composers were and are extremely rare. And that was Haydn's thing. Haydn basically shat out music. Hundreds of sonatas, symphonies, quartets, and he had, commercial arrangements with publishers. Other composers, in fact, would publish music as Haydn, because his was a name and a brand that sold music. So this dedication by Beethoven was kind of a way to get on that gravy train, get some visibility from being Haydn's star pupil, and then show him up with music that's next level. I think that's ultimately what's behind Opus 2. This movement is one of several final movement rondos that sort of take you on a little journey at the end of the sonata. The overall form is abacaba. Isn't that fun? And hence the term rondo. Usually, it's 4 repetitions of the main theme, the A section, with contrasting B and C sections in between. I see this one very clearly as sort of a Don Quixote dream sequence, with these A major arpeggios at the beginning of the A sections being and this is super prescient, like in 60s, 70s era TV series where they warp and swirl the image to transition you into a daydream or nightmare. sections are these sort of wind in your hair, horse at a gallop sections, with one passage that to me is way ahead of its time in terms of sweeping romantic breadth. And then the C section, of course, is the Don Quixote windmill battle scene. Anyway, I absolutely love it. It's hilarious. It's over the top. It gives the performer lots of satisfying technical challenges to surmount. Oh, and I found one of the rare Beethoven mezzos. It's right here at the top of page 43, Henle edition. Shout out to 3 new patrons on Patreon. Welcome to you all, and profound thanks for your support. And just like that, my video editing software license is covered. Thank you. If you'd like to join these superfans and support the channel, head on over to patreon.com/theamateur. Subscriptions start at just $3 a month, and for that you'll get access to my videos stripped clean of all these exhortations to like and subscribe. My first bonus content actually went out yesterday, in the form of a raw edit of this piece, just for the superfans. Thanks as always for watching. Merci beaucoup. Gracias a todos. And please remember to like The Amateur Piano on Facebook, or subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Next up is the first movement of the third sonata, which contains this transcendent passage that takes me to near-Earth orbit every single time I play it. Never gets old.